6 unusual people around the world who live strangely. Number 6. Paul Alexander. 75-year-old Dallas lawyer. Paul Alexander spent his entire life in an iron lung and was often referred to as the man in the iron lung. Diagnosed with polio in 1952 at the age of 6, he spent most of his life in an iron lung. He was paralyzed for the rest of his life, able to move only his head, neck, and face. Despite his physical limitations, Alexander's resilience and self-confidence remained strong. He could write with a pen attached to the end of a plastic stick and was also proficient with computers. After living this unusual life for a long time, sadly, Alexander died on March 11, 2024. Number 5. Miguel Restrepo. Miguel Restrepo is a Colombian man who has been living in unusual circumstances in an abandoned sewer in Medellin, Colombia, for more than 22 years. After rehabilitating from drug addiction, Miguel found this strange place with his wife, Maria Garcia, and their pet dog, Blackie, and made it his home. He has installed basic amenities, including a bed, fan, stove, and television, to turn this small space, just 3 meters wide, 2 meters deep, and 1.5 meters high, into a home. Despite the harsh conditions, such as rising water and human waste, Miguel emphasizes that he values the peace and privacy of his unique home, even claiming he lives better than the president. Number 4. Amar Puri. The Indian saint. Amar Puri is world famous for his exceptional life and devotion to God. He kept one hand raised in the air for more than 50 years, as a sign of his devotion to the Hindu god Shiva. Amar Puri left his traditional life as celibate, leaving behind his wife and 3 children, to establish a deeper connection with Shiva. In 1973, he raised his right hand and has held it up ever since, which he considers a gesture to promote peace and spiritual unity. Over the decades, this extreme act has resulted in serious physical consequences. His arm has withered and lost all functionality, becoming permanently fixed in position. Number 3. Elizabeth Sweetheart. Elizabeth Sweetheart, an 81-year-old woman from Brooklyn, has embraced a unique lifestyle for more than 25 years. She adorns everything from her hair to her feet in vibrant lime green, which is why she is affectionately called the Green Lady. After a poignant journey to Florida with her father, Elizabeth's affinity for green intensified as she was charmed by the aqua and palm tree greens. Since then, she has surrounded herself with greenery by painting the front door of her house green and filling it with green accessories. Number 2. AMU Haaji. Living in the village of Dejgah in Iran, AMU Haaji was widely known worldwide for living in an unhealthy and dirty environment. He had not bathed in more than 60 years for fear that soap and water could cause disease. His unconventional lifestyle included eating the flesh of dead animals, drinking water from ponds and rusty oil cans, and smoking animal dung using old pipes. He wore a battle helmet to protect himself from the cold and lived in a pit that he dug himself. Sadly, a few months after bathing for the first time in decades, AMU Haaji died 94 years old. Number 1. Poni Gosh. Poni Gosh, a woman from the West Bengal province in India, has been battling a rare disease since 1998 that causes constant pain throughout her body. As a result, she began to submerge herself in a nearby body of water, claiming that water is the only thing that gives her relief. It was alleged that she continues in that manner every day for over 2 years, from morning till evening, before her family will come and take her home until the next morning, and the circle continues.